Should be good. We should be live, man. All right. What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode. Shit, we on like 32. Episode 32 of the Anime Ump podcast. It's your host, FM Radio, and Dave.
Yo.
Just gonna be us today. Once again, co-hosts, they just busy, so, we letting them, do what they gotta do. Take care of their families, you know what I'm saying? Take care of school, work, all things they need to handle. So it's gonna be a fairly short episode today, not nothing crazy, since it's just gonna be me and Dave, the commentary is gonna be, shorter but sweeter, you know what I'm saying? We can carry a show, right, Dave? We can carry the bitch. Yeah, we ain't pressed.
Ready to go.
All right, so Dave, the first thing I want to mention. 1 second, let me get this stuff in order because I got the channel pulled up, but I don't like that it's live on the channel. Sure, this shit is right. All right, can you see it live on YouTube?
Hold on, let me go there.
Just want to make sure I ain't crazy.
YouTube. And my YouTube moving slow right now.
It usually would show like the like your show is welcome to your live stream or welcome to your live show.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now.
I mean, well, even if it's not live, I mean, let's see. Riverside giving us problems. Well, I guess recording at least. I mean,
yeah.
At the very least, I mean, even if it's not live. But yeah, man. So the first thing I want to talk about, man, is I don't know if you've been seeing it, like I have. This my algorithm kind of just been showing me a lot of this. So it's something that I'm seeing a lot of. But people talk about Mushoku Tensei, right? And like that the controversy behind it and all this shit. And I'm just like, man, like I don't never feed into no controversy, like to the extent of like joining the mob because everybody's doing it, I don't really believe in that. I don't really believe in just joining up with people to be angry just because, I gotta, it gotta be something I feel passionate about, something that I'm actually, thinking about and considering, in my life. And so this whole thing with Mushoku Tensei, man, it's just like weird because it's like people who aren't enjoying the series and who feel strongly about like the main character Rudy and calling him a pedophile or a pervert and all this stuff.
Yeah, they kind of
it's like if you don't like the series, then just don't watch it. And to even also what you're seeing is they going so far as to say y'all shouldn't watch it either. Nobody should be watching this. Really? And I'm just like, you can't control what I watch. You know what I'm saying? Like this anime. Okay. Like it's not like I'm out here watching, something that's illegal. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like it's anime, bro. It's like you can't limit my my anime portfolio, my anime library, the things I like to watch in anime.
Yeah, that's a little
if it make it to Crunchyroll, I'm probably gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like
more than likely, definitely.
So I'm not. I don't believe in that. So it's just weird how people. And I also notice it's mostly men. It's really? Mostly men that's doing this. Like, it's mostly men that's having this like this weird like I don't know. It's like they trying to stand on some type of moral high ground. And like make other people feel bad because they not like also on that same moral high ground.
If you didn't tell me about it, now I'm starting to see it a little bit more. Because I remember you was telling me about the whole lowly thing, and I was like, damn, like I didn't even know that was like a thing. Like, you know, you hear whispers, but the loud minority seems like they're really getting loud, which is a little odd.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, I think that people are trying to. You ever experienced this before in your life, like where like people, they feel that they have the moral high ground on a situation, and because they feel that they have the moral high ground, they want to hammer it home that they are better than you. You know, somebody who think like, for example, let's use an example. So people who feel strongly about it's politics, right? But people who feel strongly about what do you call it? LGBTQ, right?
Okay.
Christians, you know, do that thing, right? Where they talk about it being an abomination, that it's not, you know, that in the Bible, that it's, you know, they try to use the Bible to take a moral high ground by saying that
when
it
suits them,
said in the Bible. Yes. Right. And so they do that thing, right? Where they act like they're so much better because they follow the exact wording of the Bible, and that they live their life in such righteousness, but you don't live your life in righteousness because you are engaging in this thing that they don't believe in, right? And like they really, like, they are so passionate, they even go out of their way to pursue you, to make you feel bad about it, you know? Like, it ain't just like, oh, if you come around them that they look at you funny. They go out of their way to make you feel uncomfortable if you're a part of that community, right?
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't align with them, and you say, hey, I don't got no problem with those people, you know, like, those people, they good people, you know, I don't got no problem with them. They look at you and they look at, oh my God, like you're not a, you know what I'm saying?
Why aren't you mad about this?
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Like, should I be?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I feel like this is that we experiencing right now with this Mushoku Tensei stuff, man, is why are y'all upset that I'm not upset about it? Why do I have to be mad about it? Because you are trying to take this high ground and you feel like you got moral superiority. You know,
yeah,
I haven't seen
I don't even want
nothing.
I don't want to be that guy. You be like, it don't mean that much to me. Be honest with you.
Yeah,
if you're reborn, I don't believe you're that age anymore. You're not treated that way. You don't think that way.
I see
you got to go through puberty. Yeah, you are a brand new person.
Because think about this, Dave. What you just said, exactly. You got to start over from scratch. That means that you have to live all of your experiences over again. You got the knowledge of the past, but you got to do it all over again from scratch.
They're basing it on...
You would think that you would learn new stuff, that you would change your mind about certain things, you would learn new things, and that as your brain grows and develops from this new life, you might gain new perspective on old things that you might have been wrong about.
You know how that cliche saying that people use, like, oh man, this kid been here before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
You got an old soul.
You got an old soul.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't explain why you know. Look, I don't know how the whole recycling process goes. Maybe our souls are recycled. So that means we all pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't prove none of this. But there is a recycling. Everything on this planet recycles. Why wouldn't we? That's just being honest.
They trying to make it something that it's not, bro. Because they trying to make it seem like he is so much smarter and knows so much more from his previous life, in addition to having possibly been a pedo in his previous life. They saying that you get no redemption after reincarnation, that you are what you were before, and all your knowledge that you have from before and now is going to take you into your next life and make you a horrible person, even as you just been reborn. And I'm just
That's
like,
pretty egregious, right?
I'm just like, so you telling me that when Rudius first came out that womb, new baby, that he's a horrible person just because he remembers that he came from another world?
They reaching.
He don't get the opportunity at redemption. It's just that's weird to me. But like, you know, the other thing I was gonna say too, man, is that the author even came out and made comments, man. I don't know if you saw, but the author said that he basically said "f you" to everybody who's been criticizing, and he said that he's going to write the story that he wants to write for himself, and he said that he is not writing this story for everyone else to enjoy, you know, how it goes or how, you know, he writes his characters. And I was like, man, like, I thought that was the standard amongst people who do art, people who do, you know, any type of art form, you know, whether it's writing, whether it's, you know, painting, whether it's anything.
Yeah.
I thought you make your art for you. You make your art for you and hope that people enjoy it. I didn't know that people out here were making art so that other folks can enjoy it, to get a paycheck, or to be, you know, to get, you know what I'm saying? I know that's a thing, but I thought that was like the minority, because I thought that true artists were really in it for themselves, and
didn't
it just
bend
happened.
the knee.
Well, not just bend the knee, but I thought that they was in it for themselves, and I thought that it's like the success that come from it was like secondary. You know, it's like you don't know, you the author of JJK or Demon Slayer or even like One Piece. You think they knew immediately before they made their, you know, first how many ever chapters that they had to make, you know, to get it greenlit? Do you think that they 100% knew that it was going to be popular?
No.
Like, think about this, Dave. No. Think about, you want to write a manga, and you say, let's say you write 20 chapters, like just before you even bring it to somebody, you already wrote 20 chapters of your story, and you got a storyboard for the rest of the series kind of set up. So you know how the whole series is going to go. You got your storyboard, and then you got 20 fully made chapters with illustrations and everything already made before you even take it to somebody to get it greenlit, to get pitched.
Okay.
You invested all that time into it. Were you really caring about if it was going to be successful when you put all that time into it, not knowing if people was going to like it?
At that point, no.
Yeah.
But I will say this to you.
Yeah.
Because you've watched enough shows, you've read enough books, you've seen enough movies.
Yeah.
Do you feel in your heart that you like, I think I could put a story together that people would really gravitate towards?
Not without what do you call it, acquiescing to what people want, you know? It's like, you know how it's like, you know what people want, and so you cater to them to make something that they want. Yes. Yeah, that I think that I don't think I could make any type of creative story that people would really enjoy without catering to the common denominator. And that's why I say it's like true artists are not catering to the common denominator all the time. They are making creative choices without knowing if that creative choice is going to pay off. It's some
now, the
stuff
funny thing about that
fits into a box, Dave, but it's some stuff that fits into a box. You know, I mean, you know, we talk about shonen, right? Battle shonen, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, you know what I'm saying? You know, Fairy Tail, like Battle shonen series. They do fit into the box of a genre, but the authors are still making creative choices. Sometimes creative choices which did not pay off, right? Some people be like, "Oh, I hated that thing. I hate that character." You know, that's what I'm saying. The artist is gonna say, "Fine, you hate that character, but I wrote that character in the way I wrote them in because that's how I wanted my story to go." And
sometimes they take liberties that don't deliver. That's all.
And then,
that's why I'm speaking of. Like, we've seen enough where I could be like, I've watched enough shows to be like something like Damon's of the Shadow Realm, right?
Yeah.
You could be like, I am a big fan of capable MCs, right?
Yep.
So a story that I'm thinking of, I want my MC to be capable. Like, I am personally a fan of skipping past some of the growth. People love the growth, but then I hear complaining. Also, I'm one of the people who be like, sometimes they drug that shit out way too long.
Yeah, and you know what we seeing with Damon's too? It's like people are shitting on Damon's because they saying that the plot development is way too slow. And I'm just like, y'all realize this is an author that made this series that has an already successful, wildly successful series under his belt. He made Full Metal Alchemist. That's
and
a
they was watching it.
Yeah, this author like made a masterpiece. Can we trust him a little bit, right? It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, that's why I can't be in conversations with rooms with certain people, because when you start talking like that, saying shit like that, I'm like, you can't trust this man to guide a story along the way a story needs to be guided when he already gave you one of the most successful, one of the most critically acclaimed, one of the most suggested to watch animes of all time. Like, trust him a little bit. Give him a little leeway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody who make a success don't come back with fire for the second one. But it's like, some do. Many do.
Yeah.
Many
but
do,
as
bro.
long as he took to even put this out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good point.
Yeah.
What have people ever watched in their life that's at least garnered the attention? Like, you know how we talked about Marvel?
Yeah.
You be like, Marvel has hit on so many castings. You know how people be like, I don't know if they're gonna recast with Magneto, or they talking about Sinister now and Wolverine. I'm like, you know what? Hold on. Just let's see. They've hit way more than they failed. Matter of fact, I don't think they haven't failed really on any of the casting.
Yes. So in the most recent iterations of like the MCU, I guess, or not more recent iterations, but in the MCU, they have not. They haven't missed very many. You know, it's like, remember, we kind of grew up in a time when there was a lot of superhero movies that would just flop. You know, they did not do well. A lot of superhero movies that, you know, really are forgettable. But you remember, I mean, it's like, think about like when you first saw Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Like, you know, people was like, oh, he's too tall, he's too big. You know, Wolverine is like 4 feet tall, and you know. It's like, but like now he's the iconic face of that character, right? And then you know, you even look at Flash, Barry Allen, right, in DC Comics, right? You know, for the show, you know, Grant Gustin. You know, everybody loved Grant Gustin. You know, even though that show did not, you know, it was that show was a little bit, you know, iffy at certain times. But everybody loved Grant Gustin. You know who they hate? Ezra Miller. They hate Ezra Miller. So it's like,
I mean, he gave him a reason.
But you know, it's like certain casting choices, you know, do not do well. You know, I know people did not like the Supergirl in that Flash movie. You know, they did not like the Supergirl casting. Is it Sasha?
I liked
Sasha
her over. I liked her over the
new one.
She was,
you know, Millie.
I like Millie Alco. I thought the writing was bad.
Yeah, it's a different Supergirl. I think it's a different
characters are cool. Like some of these the casting is cool. Like we saw She-Hulk. She-Hulk, the actual casting was good. It was just bad writing. That has nothing to do with the casting.
Yeah, I think she did really good with breaking the fourth wall. Right? It's like she seemed like she was comfortable making those type of jokes. You know,
they just did nothing with it.
I agree, man. You know, so we you know, we Marvel has done good. DC has done okay. You know, if you look at stuff like that, and then you look at some other things like the One Piece live action, they killed it. They killed their casting choices. Them casting choices was on point. You know, and then you got other, you know, live actions or, you know, whatever, you know, that where like casting choices was perfect. And it's just like, man, you know, like I said, I know that some people will say lightning don't strike twice, you know, in the same spot, right? So it's like some people think that the author cannot make a second hit off of initial success more often than not. But I would disagree, because I mean, we got shit like Hunter x Hunter, you know, which, you know, was you know, that author also made Yu Yu Hakusho. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when they take their time. Like the guy who made when Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter didn't run concurrent. You know what I'm saying? Together.
Yeah,
The person took his time, he took a step back,
yeah,
created a whole story, a whole
yep,
power system, and then same thing with Damon's.
yeah,
Damon's don't have nothing from Full Metal
yeah,
other than the art style.
And the guy who made Rave Master and Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's two hits, two successes. They out there. You
Yeah.
just because you don't care about some of this stuff. And I say you, not you, but people like don't care
The
about
people. Yeah.
They like it's like don't mean that everybody believe that. And so just to wrap that part up, man, I feel like, man, this Mushoku Tensei hate, man, I feel like it's forced. I feel like people are trying to force it on everybody else because the last thing I'm gonna say, bro, I think you remember you said this before, Dave. Misery loves company. You do not want people watching something and enjoying something that you hate. You want them to hate it with you because if they don't hate it with you, now you feel left out.
Maybe they're projecting.
That's what that is. I'm saying they don't want to feel left out because everybody's enjoying it. And
I'm talking about because they got an issue why they keep looking at kids. Maybe they trying to blame somebody else.
Dave, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
I'm just saying,
yeah, I agree with you. It's non-anime related.
You projecting a little bit.
Yeah, it might not be best to get into that, but it's like, man, we can talk about that off podcast, man, because I got some feelings and thoughts about stuff like that, man. I be like some of the stuff that I see and hear and and have experienced in my life. I didn't notice, man. So, people be very, very weird about projecting their values and ideas and thoughts onto others, and then realizing that they are not even following that themselves. And then you're like, damn, like how are you gonna tell somebody not to cheat and you a cheater? How you gonna tell somebody not to beat on women and you beat on your wife? How you tell somebody not to mess with little kids and you messing with little kids?
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, what they've been saying about the government, man. This dude I listened to. He said every accusation is a confession. This is what they say about the government right now. He said every accusation is a confession.
I ain't gonna front. I don't blame him.
But man, so for this week's anime, bro, where you want to start, man? As far as discussion,
personally, I want to start with the Heavy Night with you.
Okay,
since you watched it.
Yeah,
because the main thing I wanted to talk about, the power system seems fun, but the art style I wanted to talk to you with.
Bro, I could give you some insight. I can give you some insight about that, man.
Okay,
so I just recently learned that the studio that made Exile Heavy Night is Go Hands. They made one of my favorite series ever. It's called K. It's like
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You seen K?
It's like I haven't watched it. I've only started it kind of.
Yes. So, but K is one of my favorite series ever. You wanna know why? I absolutely love the art style. So let me tell you, man, about how Go Hands do shit. So Go Hands, they character designs, they character models be amazing. They make some of the dopest character designs. You know where they miss people at, which I think I mean it just depends on your personal taste. Where they miss people at, they miss people in that the backgrounds behind the characters usually be animated a certain way, and I don't know how to really explain it. It's like a mix of CGI and illustration. And when the characters are moving,
before
for example,
you go on, I got one thing to add to it. You know how they've been, because I play on Steam now, so I've been playing the Octopath Traveler. How they call it 2.5D now?
Yes. That's exactly
what
it.
it's giving me.
That's exactly it. Yes, that's exactly it. So, but when the characters are moving, especially in high speed action scenes, when the characters are moving across the screen, what you notice is that the backgrounds are almost blurry. They're less detailed. It's like a vignette. You know how you do a vignette in a picture and it blurs your background a little bit. It makes you the focus. That's what they do. They do like a vignette, and they make the character the focus, even when they are moving across the screen at high speed. The character is still in focus and highly detailed, but the background is not. I like that because I thought that was very creative when I watched K. Because I told somebody else I was talking to about K when I was like recommended to them years and years ago. I was like, I love the backgrounds of this series because the backgrounds are like sometimes it's like they're static and the characters are moving against them. And that sounds weird to say, but it's like imagine Dave, imagine that you had a cityscape and you was walking through the cityscape and you would expect cars to move and things to be happening in the background. You expect motion, but in reality you're the most important thing on that screen. Everything happening in the background is secondary, and it looks that way, like to you, like what I'm saying. Like to me, I would see all this motion in the background and it would be distracting my eyes. But they really draw attention to the actual character, even when there's motion happening on the screen. And I like that. I think that it's different.
Fire.
I think that it's different. I think it's different. I think that we gotta stop criticizing shit that don't fit into the normal standards sometimes. Some stuff definitely should be criticized, but I feel like this is their creative way that they do things. And if you knew about K, you would know that this is just how they do shit. But I understand but a lot of people
personally, I like they can't say this don't look cool though. This some cool shit.
Yeah. People don't like it. I think it's jarring. It's jarring to people's eyes. I think that people when they looking at shit like happening on the screen, their eyes do a weird thing where it's like they're trying to follow it, but they can't follow it perfectly. And like I said, I knew it was something about this when I started watching it. I was like, this shit looked familiar, and then I saw that Go Hands was the one who made it, and I was like, these motherfuckers made that other shit that I watch. Man,
and it looks fire. That's just being honest. Shit look good, man.
Yeah, it's dope, man. But it's like I want to show you something.
Because I was like the art style when I watched it, because I know you put it on the list like last week, but I was like, you know what? I said I'm gonna watch it. I watched like all 3 episodes, and I was like, yo, this looks fantastic, and it's different. Like different don't push me away like it do some people.
Yeah. All right, so I'm about to show you something. Wait a second. It's gonna be. You're gonna kind of get an idea of let's see. All right. So I don't think we gotta worry about no copyright. But look at this.
You just gotta turn it all the way down.
Look at that. You see how the characters are the focus.
Yeah.
Are the focus. You see that? Like how like
that shit
like
is
the
hard though.
Yeah. But you gotta watch the fight. See what I'm saying, bro? Look how this nigga is the most detailed shit on this fucking screen. It's actually, I don't know, bro. Like that's artistic to me. But
it might be a focus thing.
Yeah, the fighting too, bro. You gotta see the fighting. Like I said, I think that I can understand why it would be jarring for certain people. But man, this dope to me.
Yeah.
This dope to me. This is one of my favorite series, bro. The soundtrack was fire. The characters was dope as hell. See, look how the background is like so crazy. But look how
look at the shading. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look at the shadows.
Yes. But you can see how you see how the Exile Knight look very similar to this.
Yeah. You probably got to mute the music though.
Oh no. This is on YouTube, so I think that we're good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was like, streaming something on Crunchyroll, something like that, I think it would be more of an issue. But this is on YouTube, so I think that we should be good. But yeah, man, you see what I'm talking about. And then like you gotta fast forward because you gotta see like now look at the background when they're fighting. That's no filters or nothing on that. Like just this is exactly how it looks when you watch the show. The background is blurred.
Yeah. It's a focus thing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, look how that when they moving. Like look how the background like it's not it's almost like the background is like not moving. It's static.
Yeah.
It's like the action that's happening in front of you, the fighting is the most detailed thing on the screen, but the background
like they're moving through. It feels like they're moving through the city though, opposed to they're a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I would.
That's dope. But yeah, you can.
They did a good job.
Yeah, but you can see how Exile Heavy Night is very, very where they got that from.
I like it.
So yeah.
So me personally, I like how they move through it.
The storyline, we still I guess setting it up, but that third episode was actually really good, man. Because it made me think of. It made me think of like when you got a series where you have a character who is like you got like what you call them like like heroes or not heroes but like people in a guild or some shit. They go on an adventure or a raid, and you got somebody who's super cocky, and they super cocky about what they do, and they try to be like, okay, all right, like I'm gonna go do my thing. You guys can figure your shit out on your own. That's what the big guy was like, and the main character, I think it's Elimus. He was like, okay, clearly everybody is afraid. You not gonna try to like say nothing to like inspire them to like give them instructions.
No,
and ultimately, remember he didn't. He did by his business.
He had to eventually, but he wasn't thinking about them.
No, he ain't giving no instructions. You remember but Elimus did. When he saw everybody was scared, he started telling he pair up in groups of 3 and like watch each other's back. And
they ain't want to listen at first. You know how you were looking at people. Hey, you might want to get your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially after he cut something, he beat like 3 of them, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah. What you mean, okay?
It's a very creative way of how they're doing it with how like he like beats like enemies, because he's like not really like fighting them. He's more so just like parrying them off, and like the parrying is doing damage. Like he does the blocking.
He does the parry first.
Yeah.
No, he'll do the that defense. No, that attack down. He'll do something like he lowers. Yeah, disarm. There we go. He'll do the disarm, which lowers their attack, and then he'll do the parry, which helps them with that also.
Yep.
And then he uses the rampart, the defense rampart thing, because as long as his defense is higher than your attack, it will block and then return the damage. The difference of your attack and his defense gets returned to you in damage. I'm like, shit is actually kind of.
It's creative.
That's kind of good.
It's creative. I mean, and also like he's not like that. Like everybody was like, "You a heavy knight. You supposed to be slow," and he blocked all them things that was attacking that dude.
Yeah,
it's like, man, like I think that like as we get through the series, I mean, he only at level 16 now in the series, and as we get through the series, I think that he gonna get stronger and stronger, and he gonna be broken as fuck toward the end of this season.
That's how he was talking about it too.
Yeah, and I want to see what happened with that father and that sister, because for some reason they just look evil as hell. Like they look so evil.
The father seemed like a jerk, yo.
Oh,
and then the girl. You already know the girl, man. She on some trash.
Yeah, the sister was like she picking on him. Like
she from a branch family too.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, it makes you feel like it was some funny business going on with her anyway, which it probably is.
It's very similar to Shield Hero. It's very similar to Shield Hero. You remember in Shield Hero? You remember they when they summoned him, they was treating him like shit from the very beginning.
For no reason.
And
you brought me here to mistreat me. It's crazy.
Yep. And then the same thing happened to you. Remember they gave him a little money and said, "Hey, go on about your business, leave us alone." Like
You know
They
what?
did the
That
same
would
thing
have
to
been
him.
perfect if they didn't try to set him up. If they would have just
Yeah.
gave him his money and then boogied on like, hey, you just,
You remember.
and then you like, oh, they kind of mistreating me, like they showing favoritism. Man, they tried to set him up though.
But you remember why all that happened though, right? You remember,
Well, yeah, now we know.
That kingdom had a grudge against the Shield Hero specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you be like, that ain't his fault.
They said the Shield Hero usually is reincarnated in that other kingdom, the one with all the beastmen,
yes,
or whatever. Yeah, they said the Shield Hero is usually reincarnated in that kingdom, but the humans decided to do the reincarnation ritual early and summon all of them instead of allowing all the other countries in the world to get their hero that they're supposed to get. I think that's what they explained. It's like all the heroes in the world are supposed to go to different places.
They wasn't supposed to be all summoned to one kingdom.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
I think they were supposed to get the spear. The beast people were supposed to get the shield.
Yeah.
I don't know who's supposed to get the bow or the sword. I'm not 100% sure on that. And maybe they told us and we forgot.
Yeah, but it's funny though. It's because like you're right. It's like they was on. They got the. Hey, I love that series so much, bro. Because that first season, we really did get that. Not redemption, but that what you call that shit, Dave? That we got to see the shit come full circle. You remember when the queen came back, the queen came back, and she had her what you call it, her like assistants or assassins or whatever, the people that was working in the shadows. You remember they was like, hey, look, hey, we got all the dirt. We've been watching you. We know what you've been doing
the whole time.
Yeah. So
like what would you like to call her? He like bitch. Yep. Hey, that's my shit, yo. Hey, that's one of my favorite shows. Flat out.
Yeah, man. It's coming back too, man. You saw the trailer. It's coming back soon, man.
Yes. Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Yeah,
it actually looks good.
I'm glad they're taking it serious, man. Because I at one point I thought they weren't going to continue it, but I'm glad they taking it serious, and we getting
because I feel like it took them a while to come back.
Yeah, we're getting a new season like every 2 years, it seems like, or every year and a half or so. Every year and a half, 2 years, which is that's a good pace.
How long did the
I have no
idea.
I don't know how long I think it's a light novel. I don't know how long the light novel.
Yeah, the light novel.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, Exile Heavy Night. I'm enjoying it. We me and you are two people, bro. Yeah, I know we not always gonna agree with the masses, and so when we enjoy something, everybody else might not enjoy it.
But they don't watch. I know how some people say they watch everything. I don't fall into that category, but I know we watch a lot of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got a good base of understanding to like know. Yeah, man. Like some shit they just produce, and they just producing it just to fill a spot, And some things they produce, and you can tell it's somebody's baby. It's somebody's baby. They put all their effort into it.
Yeah.
So this Exile Heavy Night, it seemed like Gohan's is like, hey man, shit, this gonna be our next thing. And I think if I'm not mistaken, bruh, ain't it gonna have 24 episodes? I think Exile Heavy Night gonna have a whole.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can tell you, bro. I can tell you. I got it pulled up, man. Let's see. It's gonna have 26 episodes.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah.
I can rock with that.
Absolutely. So, we're gonna pivot, man, into I want to talk about Black Torch.
Okay.
So you remember what I said in chat? It's like our group chat about. I think that cat, when he saved old dude life, winning his chest, I think that's permanent. I don't think that he ever is going to be able to leave him, because I think that their lives is tied together now. But I don't think he's told him. I don't think he's telling him that, because you remember he's talking about we're looking for a way to separate us.
Yeah.
But do you remember the guy that is the head of that division or whatever of them folks? He said you keep saying we. I don't think you've realized it yet. Like, like I think what he's trying to say is y'all are one person now. Y'all are. There is no separation. There is no,
but man,
yeah.
they're already starting on false pretenses now. That's kind of like kind of where we are. You be like, yo, if you can't separate me, at least tell me that out the gate. Like you about to piss somebody off.
That's the carrot on the stick, man. They gotta have something to get them to work for them.
Well, because in the newest episode they were talking he was talking to those faces.
Mm-hmm.
That we'll probably find out who they probably on some bullshit. We'll probably find out later. They was like he said that this has never been done. Yeah. So them even having
the
like
squad.
Putting this kind of squad together with a and what do they call them? I keep want to call them Shinigamis, but they're not. What is those damn? What is those monsters called?
I know it.
They say it all the time. They say it through the whole episode.
A Mononoke.
Oh, Mononoke. Okay.
Yeah, Mononoke.
So like, they said, a Mononoke has. So the thing is, they've seen a Mononoke like possess a person before, and they've never been able to separate them. But they've never personally worked with one. Yeah. So I'm looking at the dynamic. Oh, so y'all just taking chances now. And maybe because the young man gives him whatever faith that he's not like any of the others. But it's about to be some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think that this is it kind of reminds me, man, of what's the whatchamacallit, Tokyo Ghoul. It in the way that bring in somebody on with powers like that they ain't really understanding onto like a special force, to also hunt others that's like him, And that's what essentially he about to go do. He about to go hunt other Mononoke, and I'm thinking, dangerous Mononoke.
The cat. I'm assuming they're going to run into one that he's actually cool with, and it's going to cause a dynamic. To be like, yo, I'm not killing my friend, and no, I'm not helping you with this power either. Like,
he already don't want to help them to begin with, but it's. I think that it's gonna be interesting because it's like we don't know who the big bad is, who, and like you said, I feel like part of this is the organization that they work for probably is shady. It's a little shady. Also, why was summoning Rago so important? You remember they said that he was like sealed, and they were the ones that unsealed him. Why was it so important to unseal him?
I thought it was the you remember that initial monster that killed Jiro? I thought that he unsealed him.
No, they said no. The folks, the organization, they unsealed them. I don't know if they were saying that they unsealed him so they could kill him or what, but they were the ones who unsealed him. That's why you remember like the grandpa and whatnot. They was all concerned. It was like, we don't want you to be used, against your will to do things, that you don't want to do, And so I feel like that organization is shady, and I feel like they part of this whole thing is to control him. And once they are able to get him kind of like comfortable, I guess is lack of a better word, comfortable, they gonna pull the rug under his feet, and they gonna try to manipulate him to do some shit that he, like you say, some shit that he probably shouldn't be doing, or something that would be like, kind of like evil or fucked up, like killing an innocent, killing
compass.
Killing the innocent Mononoke or something, because clearly this main character, he ain't the most capable MC, but I think that he is fully fleshed out in his ideals, and you'd like to see that too.
He seems like he is.
Yeah. He's very decisive about how he wants to act and how, like, when he wants to do things. Like he says, hey, like, I don't care about all this stuff about Mononoke. I don't care about all this other bullshit. All I care about is that there's somebody out there in that, outside this trying to help us, but it's the same thing with his grandfather, the conversation with his grandfather. It's like he's he mature. You know, he mature. He understand what he want to do and where he want to go in life, and he's not really doing the thing where some characters like, oh my god, like what do I do? Like, should I fight this Mononoke? You know, should I not? Should I protect her? Well, she's like, you know, clearly my enemy. You know, she has me locked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not considering none of that stuff. He's already fully understanding what his situation is and where, like, what he want to do. And I think I think that's good. I think that's good. I want to see more of his powers develop. I feel like he hasn't tapped into his powers for real, for real. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot more that he can do. So yeah, I'm excited to see where that's gonna go, man. You know, and I like, you know, another one of those where I think the plot is moving kind of slow, but also, I mean, I don't mind because I know that potentially they could cook.
It feels like you said, it's moving kind of slow. Right. It's gonna get to a point where you be like, oh, it picked up.
You know, but you know that's exactly how I felt though. Is I felt like this felt like Kaiju number 8. that's what this. I get heavy Kaiju number 8 vibes from this series.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
You get infiltrated by an unknown entity that's been being fought by another organization, and now y'all got to work together to figure it out. And they can't separate.
Yep. So what about what you want to talk about next, man? We got a couple more on the slate. Daemons. You want to talk about Daemons?
Yeah, we could do Daemon.
So Daemons of the Shadow Realm, man. So this episode, once again, these niggas, they keep flip flopping on us, bro. I swear to God, they keep make it like I know that, and I know this author know what the fuck we keep doing. Like, it's this blonde nigga. This blonde nigga. Is he an enemy or he's not an enemy? Like, can y'all please explain to me? Like, cause he keep flip flopping and saying like
you know what, bro. There's a lot of, and this is a good thing. Yeah. There's a lot of gray area.
Yeah,
a lot of gray area.
Yeah, man. I was just like, man, like shit, like that, like I thought he was straight. I thought he was, I thought he passed that, but now he on some fuck shit too. But it's like, man. Oh, and then like, when I mean, we already kind of knew it. They mentioned it before, but when he said about Left being like incompatible with Drake and Seal, I was like, man, okay, so like, how is that gonna get resolved? We know she's not gonna get beat or killed or nothing. Right. So it's like, how is that gonna get resolved when if Yuru dies and has to unlock Seal? I wonder how that's going to impact his relationship with Left.
That's gonna be crazy.
And then you and Bo had mentioned about the Show Tucker shit. They was watching.
That shit was crazy, yo. But that was fire though, man. To have your own shit, like you know you popping when you got your own shit playing in the same show that you're making.
They was watching. They was watching intently too. They was late. They was in. They.
Yeah. What is that? That's episode 5.
Yeah.
Man.
My bad, man. So another thing too. The big dude, the big member of the family, Kagemori family. He was talking about like his ideas and his dreams. And he was like, he don't want nobody doing nothing dangerous or like wrong, illegal, or like stuff, like for the family. He want everybody to like kind of like live in peace and happiness and all that stuff. Do you think it's setting us up, or you think that he like that might actually be real?
Listen, man. Damn, you had the same thought. I was like, yo, what if this is like a red herring? And like,
setting us up.
he's like, yo, I'm so tired of working for like a family. All they want is bloodshed and shit. I was like, what if it's him? Like, what if he's like on some bullshit?
Yeah,
he been part of this family longer than all of them.
The niggas who be saying they don't want bloodshed, be the first ones to shed some blood in the story.
Yes,
they shed the most blood. They be on a purification journey to purify the world through blood. So yeah, I was like, man, I was like, this nigga shit kind of shady. He kinda, like
That's
he's
how I
not shady,
feel.
like he's not shady, but like that's why it makes it him feel shady. Like he's too
Yeah.
good. He's too good.
I
He's
feel
too
like they
nice.
keep bringing it up too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um. And then the last thing I was gonna say about Damon was it's like the blonde dude asked Guru at the end of the episode, he was like, "You want to die?" You know, and he was basically saying that he wants to control Break and Seal. He said that they need a competent like individual to kind of like handle them, you know, to like manage them. I wonder if this is how Guru's gonna die.
That'd be crazy. That'd
And then imagine he just got Yuru. Imagine he gets Seal. You know, imagine he gets Asa and he gets Seal. It seems like that might be his goal, is to get both of them. Like this is his plan to get both of them. It'll be interesting.
Well, I mean, he still got fake Asa, and he got the one girl who's gonna traumatize the shit. Hey, listen. I remember I told you before, the young lady who lost her mom and she just lost her dad again, and the rest of the people in the village. If she turns out to be like some evil empress, I'll be like, I get it. Like, your origin story is right. People kept attacking your village all because of these two twins. One of them was fake. No. Now you didn't got kidnapped by a man who can cut through dimensions. Like,
yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I her origin story is crazy. But overall, the dog, the little pug, awesome. He got his two little demons. They're fun. Like, it's a lot of fun happening.
You talk about the one. You know, I thought so. Those are that's Tanaga and Ashinaga, like reincarnated, right? Or like there's like, because like when you talking about the two ones that I think that's Tanaka and Ashinaga, right? The two demons that had the dog. You remember that, you like when like it's like after he beat them. I thought that's what they turned into.
No.
What are their names?
Damn. When did he beat them?
Let me see.
You talking about the hand and the foot, right?
The long legs, long arms.
No, I think they were their little origin story. They found the dog. Remember, they were like these two totems that was like up against a tree, and the dog hurt himself. Like, and they.
Okay.
Yeah, remember they were like two little totems up against the tree. I ain't gonna lie, you got some chips, man. I need to go get my chips.
But yeah, man. Somebody said they really made that dog watch the episode from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah,
that is funny.
Dog, you see how close the right was up to the TV? He was looking like, oh, this dude is crazy. I get it. I was into it too. Shit.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, man. So, what about reincarnated as a slime? I feel like reincarnated as a slime very, very short. You know, it's not really a lot to discuss really, but like how you think it's ramping up. Like, I feel like the story is like ramping up for like a big, like combat focused heavy like situation.
I know you know more than I do about like at least some of the where we're going, but it does feel that way, honestly. Yeah. Man, they ain't putting together all these teams and all these people for nothing, bro. I was like, even though the last team I still think was the dopest. What is it? The dark number, the black number. I thought that was so much fun.
Yeah.
That I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then old girl's dad, the one that had the greed, her granddad. I feel like he's of course he's revving up or something. Man, he's trying to get what is her name? Luminous?
Yeah, so
He's trying to do something with her.
the goal of these like small time ass niggas is to like get demon lords on their side by manipulating them. You know, that's essentially what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to get demon lords on their side by manipulating them because they realize that these are the niggas that kind of like these are niggas that make all the decisions. These are the niggas who control everything through power. You know, they did it with Malim, right? It's like they tried to do it with Malim. You know, they tried to take control of her, and they tried to, you know, take control of the other one, the Beast King. I forgot his name, but you know, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He was like one of the first ones that was introduced.
Yeah. He was acting one sitting in the chair earlier.
No, that's Demon Lord. That's Demon Lord.
Which one is
that? That is Demon Lord Leon.
Leon. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Leon. I forgot his name, but no, the one I'm talking about is 1 second, I'll tell you, Carrion. That's his name. He like the Beast King. You know, he run a country. He run a country of nothing but beastmen.
I feel like I remember his face, but shit, sometimes it be so long since you've seen somebody.
I know what you mean.
It's kind of how One Piece is, but One Piece always gives you a quick backstory, like, hey, just in case you forgot.
Yeah.
This is who it is. Yeah. You're like, oh, should I remember him?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, they like I said, they ramping up for a good little you know,
little scuffle.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, he didn't got every like it's. I mean, slowly but surely. I mean, this nigga he's really establishing the nation, the ideal nation. Which you remember we talked about that on the last episode about if we had powers, like what we do and how we use them and stuff. And Rimuru really, I mean, you know, for the most part, he's doing everything right. I mean, yeah, he has, he has the, you know, Michael, or whatever, is it Michael or some shit, in his archangel in his mind, giving them instructions, you know, or whatever. It's like he got AI in his brain, you know. You know, he's doing everything right. I mean, you know, for the most part, and not through force only, which is good too. I mean, that's dope. I think that is really dope, actually. You know, it's like because I do that thought experiment in my mind a lot too of like what I would do with this, you know, type of situation
in this scenario.
And you know, most people I think would revert to force, but it's an easier way, a better way, or not easy way. It's a better way. It's slightly harder, but it's a better way. You know, you don't. I mean,
he don't go force right out the gate now. He actually give him a chance.
Yeah, you don't want to go around subjugating people just for the sake of your goal, because people do not like being subjugated, even if you subjugate them into a comfortable lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like imagine like they like took away most of the rights in here in the United States, but also made sure that every single human being like in the United States had a home and food, you know? And you know what I'm saying?
Basically, Rimuru is doing something that personally that we feel like, hey, this is actually possible. It's not impossible
in the real world. It's impossible in the real world, but yes, he's accomplishing it fairly effectively. But you know, it's like, I mean, of course he got them demon lord powers, so it's
like, you know, I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, you know, we talked about it personally, but like the shit he's doing isn't impossible or improbable. Like you can really be out to help people. It's just, do you want to?
Yeah, I think that his way of doing things, like for example, like, you know, like he's like he you know, he's establishing democracy. You know, for three branches of government. You know what I'm saying? Judicial, executive, and legislative. Right? He appointed people to sit in the seats, and you know, he's doing all these things, and it's like, man, you recreating the world as you see it or remember it from the past, but you making it ideal. You know what I'm saying? You remember in the last episode when they was talking and it was like, well, like, oh no, it was 2 episodes ago, I think. They was talking and remember Rimuru was explaining like democracy to everybody, and everybody was like, well, like, what if you break a law? You know, like, what happens to you? And he was like, I'll be judged. You know, and like, you know, it's like they was like, we would never judge you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You Rimuru. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would never judge you. Like, so he's like, that's not like how that works. He's like, I have to also be held accountable. And I just think that's
that's the problem.
Yes.
That we running into.
Yeah. Everybody in the kingdom worship him. like a king, like a god. You know, so I don't think that it's fair to him to even try to make them be objective about the situations, because, like, of course they're going to be on his side. Of course they're going to believe him. Of course they're not going to prosecute him for some shit that, you know, he might have done.
Yeah, so, but if that's your guy, like, he got to know how they feel, how they feel about him.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, you know, it's I think that it's a lot of foreshadowing this episode, a lot of preparation.
It's getting good though.
We're still transitioning, you know, from, you know, kind of like a slice of life type arc into something that's more combat focused. So
yeah.
What was I gonna say? Clevitus, man. What you thought about Clevitus, man? Was it we like 3 episodes in?
3 episodes in?
Yeah, what you thought?
So.
Yeah, what you thought?
I like it, but it feels like a school arc. Like, yo, now I ain't gonna front. We went from, man, it was in dire straits season 1.
It was like, a war. It was a fucking war.
It was a war.
It's a war, and now you're trying to infiltrate the opposing kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're working towards, like you said, infiltrating the kingdom. Clevitus just wants to learn magic so he can teach the young baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, at the beginning there, bruh, that shit was funny. You remember the guy from the opposing kingdom had that big nigga with the chains on. You know, and he was like, what was his name or some shit? His name was some like
it was like crazy.
It was like some primitive type shit. It's like, you know, like he called him like Unka or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it, Unka. I'm thinking about Crimson Desert, but like, you know what I'm saying? That, like, that's his name. Like, you know, and he was like, you know, talking like a damn caveman. He was like, I want to fight them, you know, like, I want to fight. Like
shit was weird.
But it was funny because, like, the nigga was ready. He was ready, bro, to throw hands just for nothing. The nigga, I mean, what they said that he had killed like a bunch of heroes like previously, like, you know, to like, you know, this part of the story. Man, that nigga was on demon time. He was ready, bro. He was ready. Like, I was like, this, like, any nigga that, like, his first thought is to initiate violence, you steer clear of that nigga.
Yeah.
That king, he was like, hey man, look, shit, I got both of y'all here right now. Let me just go and handle this. Let me just go and handle this right now. Let's just go and knock this out.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, just give me a good reason to not fight. You be like, all right, bro. You be like, you don't want to talk at all? There's no conversation that we need to have.
Mm-hmm. Nope. That's what he said. Yeah, man.
But no, it was. It do feel weird. It feels like a big shift change.
The action is still good though. The action,
the action is still good.
The animation is still top notch. You know, I feel like them first 2 episodes was animated really well. I mean, I liked them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand where you're coming from though. But you know, it's gonna be interesting because, you know, I mean, of course we already know. Like, I feel like it's funny because I think sometimes I feel like they make fun of like real world stuff because this kingdom wants to expand outwards, but they want to expand outwards for nothing. It's like they just want to expand outwards. Like, they are willing to conquer other people just to expand outwards. What y'all need to expand outwards for? Like, they want more land. They just want more land. They just want to do it. And it's like, who the fuck did that in history?
Everybody.
Not everybody. We know who did it. We know who did it.
Yeah,
Dave.
I know. That's one. Yeah,
we know who did it, Dave. Let's not be call space, but we know who did it.
The craziest part is they cross over countless land to go take somebody else's. I said, you just crossed over something already.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I tell you, boy.
Yep, it's like they got that like manifest destiny. It's like the same. It's like the same. It's the same exact shit with the. You remember the Barbarian King, the Barbarian King anime? I just finished that last week.
The Barbarian King and the one chick.
Yeah, the Princess of the Barbarian King or whatever. Like, you know,
she didn't even know they was living good over there.
but that kingdom that kingdom was trying to, like, you know, they was like, hey, like it's our dream, our long held dream to conquer these lands. I'm like, nigga, like shit, like what's the purpose? What's the purpose?
What the thing? What?
She didn't know. She didn't know that they was just like doing that. She didn't know that they was like being.
Well,
like,
what? No, her kingdom was Remember, she didn't know they had food over there. She like their kingdom is all kind of like wasteland, but a part of that comes down to
No, you do. I think you mistaken it. I mean, oh no, we mistaken. I'm not talking about Clevitus. I was talking about the Barbarian King.
No,
I'm saying the Barbarian King. Remember the princess? She was from a kingdom that was like prosperous.
No, he had to prosper. She didn't. It was the opposite. Like, remember, she was from. You remember she ate food?
She was from a royal family. She was from a prosperous.
She was from a royal family, but they didn't have the food. He was like, she was like, yo, you eat good like this out here? Remember, like the first few episodes.
Of course, in comparison,
like they got farmlands. They got. Remember, they were trying to expand because their kingdom was like starving. Remember, they had fresh water. They took baths in lakes. She was like, what is happening on this side of the world?
Yeah, but I think it's very similar idea. And so,
it's one of those focus on your own. Don't be worrying about what we got over here.
Yeah. Expansion is like just like horrible, like a horrible idea. Yet, greedy folks want to expand. Something I was thinking about the other day. I'm a science geek in a lot of ways, man. But Neptune apparently, potentially, theoretically, has diamonds.
Really?
Inside of it, like in the depths, the lower depths. They say, like, I guess, like at lower pressures, or I'm sorry, not lower pressures, higher pressures. Within like Neptune, they said that the theory is that it is like covered in diamonds, like not the outside, but like internally
inside. Yeah.
And so. I was just thinking. I was like, if that was a planet with a lot of diamonds on the inside of it, you can guarantee motherfuckers we ain't even traveled to Mars and settled on Mars yet. But niggas are already probably thinking about, hey man, we gotta get them Neptune diamonds. Like,
Can you imagine?
It make me think, like, you remember when somebody said that if humanity could mine an asteroid, that asteroids will be worth more than like anything on the planet. I don't know if you ever heard that before, but like basically
I haven't heard it, but I believe it.
Yeah, it's like an asteroid. If you could mine an asteroid, you could come back home and bring everything you mine with you and be set for life. It's selling for an exorbitant amount of money that don't even probably exist. They ain't never been had.
It reminds me of the kind of money that they was moving around on Solo Leveling. For those artifacts in the cave. Money,
the crystals, the magic crystals. They was mining the caves for magic crystals and then selling them.
The kind of money they was talking about was out of control.
Yeah, man, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We like, not we particularly, but like humanity. We a plague, bro. We a plague on the world. Like, on
this
the planet
gonna kick us off one day, and everybody gonna act like they don't understand.
Hey, it's gonna be a mass extinction event, probably. Some type of mass extinction event. But shit, yeah, bro. We are a plague, bro. We always think it's conquer and kill, take from others. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get your own shit together. It's good shit over here. Let me go get that.
Well, that's the thing. They be like, I want this and that. You like, you don't have to be like that, bro.
You don't need it. I heard on a podcast, the Shannon Sharp podcast, when he was talking to Bobby Lee. And I forgot what the red haired dude name is. You know what I'm talking about? Bobby.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like them.
yeah. I forgot.
Him, the
I
ginger,
forgot the red.
the
Yeah, the
ginger
ginger
dude.
dude. I
Yeah,
forgot his
yeah, that's
name.
my guy.
I
He's a
forgot his name.
good stand up. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you remember he was on that show that was on Hulu, the Lil Dicky. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Hey, yo,
Yeah.
that show is fantastic.
Yeah, he was on that show. Yeah, he funny as hell. But him and Bobby Lee was talking, and they was talking about Kevin Hart was chasing $1 billion. He's going to become a billionaire, and they was like, why do people want to be like billionaires and shit? Like why? Like how is that gonna change your life for real? For real, like $1 billion is a lot of money. Like what do you really truly need that for? And
I feel like all it can do for some people is just put a target on your back.
But that's what that made me think. I was like, man, I know people will clown me for this, but I mean, truly, honestly, bro, like I don't feel like $1 billion is necessary for happiness. And I don't feel like $1 billion is necessary to be wealthy and rich. I feel like $1 billion is just like an extremely like exorbitant amount of money that is just unnecessary. It's just like it's what they call this shit. What they in what was that show in Atlanta? You ever watch Atlanta on
yes
FX?
Yeah,
you remember the Donald Glover character? He's in like one of the last season. He said something about having "fuck you" money. he said he got enough money just to like do like shit, just petty shit, just to fuck with you, just because it's like it's like I'm in a restaurant and like I tip off a waitress just to not serve you. Like, hey, don't serve for the next 30 minutes. Just ignore him and everything that he needs. Like, don't.
That's crazy.
It's like if you got fuck you money, you can afford to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine somebody walk up to you and say, "Hey, Dave, I got $1,000, man. Go slap the shit out of that dude over there."
1,000 ain't enough, depending on his size.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. But you see my point though. It's like niggas with fuck you money can just do shit like that, and like no consequences, no repercussions. Like, hey, you got it. I'm taking it. I'll do whatever for it, and motherfuckers make you do some petty shit.
That'd be crazy though.
Just because, just because I can. But yeah, I don't know. It's like the conquering in some of these shows, man, is just funny because it's like we do get greedy, very greedy as a species,
very,
very greedy, and anime emulates real life in some ways, and motherfuckers came from Europe and had that manifest destiny shit, and Columbus didn't find America first, but I mean we ain't gonna talk about that, but. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do talk about how Columbus and them went to South America and they took all their gold and all their resources and RAP they women. Like we'll talk about that. They manifest destiny, we gotta go and we gotta find the promised land, the motherland, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta find new land to settle on and cultivate.
The only people I know who show up to somebody's house and be like, "This is nice.
Yeah, I want this. Let me have this.
I'm gonna take
this. Yeah, I'm gonna have this. You can't let me take it. All right, well, shit,
somebody already belongs there.
They
be like,
go up the blick on them.
Yeah,
it's mine now. I earned this fair and square. That's what they're gonna say.
They be like, I like how you took care of my stuff. You be like, what? Just don't,
Hey man, you ever grew up thinking, man, any kid you share with other kids, any kid that you can tell take care of your toys better than you take care of them when you sharing with them, watch that nigga. He gonna take that shit. He's plotting on you, bro. He is plotting on you. Your favorite action figure?
I had a cousin.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man.
Your favorite action figure?
Your stuff always about to walk out the house without you.
Hey, you really enjoying that? Like you enjoying it more than I am. Shit. Yep. It's on the way out the door.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I guess we all had a kleptomaniac cousin. I had a cousin that used to steal shit too. It's funny looking back on it now, but it's like back in the day, shit's crazy. I think you steal knives and all type of shit. Just random shit. Sharpie tops. Without the Sharpie, you he'd empty out his pockets. You had the most random shit.
Yeah, Dogs, I think it's a sickness.
It is.
I do.
It's a mental illness. It's kleptomania.
Kleptomania, yeah.
Yep, kleptomania.
Just like what? Just taking shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, man, the last thing I would say, we already talked about Giles' reincarnation, but we didn't talk about the episode, man. What you thought about this newest episode, man? Because I feel like didn't a lot happen, but I feel like it was Rudy is I appreciate that he is grateful for every little thing that happens to him. Even if people might say all the bad things they say about him, I think that he's very grateful for a lot of shit that happens in his life.
Because this is what happens when you get a second chance at life, people.
Yeah.
It's a second chance at life. He didn't come to this world at 40.
Yeah.
He came in at 0. You know what I'm saying? He got another opportunity, and he's going to try to make the best of it.
But it's like also it's like his trauma and stuff. It's like, for example, like, like the stuff with like Roxy. It's like he did not try to cheat on his wife, but he was down so bad. You remember it? No, he didn't try it. That was that. You remember he was down so bad. That was when his died.
One of his dad died.
His dad died. He was down so bad, so bad. That
I ain't
Roxy
never
was
been
like,
down, and she comforted him. But
she, I think that she went into that situation thinking, what can I do for him? And she realized that was the only thing that was going to actually move him,
But dog,
I can't say that I ain't never had no sympathy sex before.
That's what I'm saying. Why does trauma bring out the lust in people?
I don't say it bring out the lust. I mean, I think that some people, some people are so determined.
You remember
feel better.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Rick was not in that hospital that long.
I know.
His wife was already fucking Shane.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree, man.
Trauma. People, like, when you watch, I don't watch horror movies no more because I don't pay to be scared. But the person who always have sex usually dies. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what does trauma have to do that brings out the lust?
Dave, I think some people just want so badly to make you feel better when you're down. You down.
But what about two people who are down? Y'all just can't cry together?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I think that it's like in this particular situation, Roxy wasn't the one who had the traumatic thing happen to her, and so
she was. Remember, she was stuck in that thing though. So it might have been some bullshit with Roxy.
Yeah, still, I don't know, man. I don't think so, but I think that she did what she did. Tried to comfort him. One thing led to another, but he is grateful because he realized that she is the only reason why he was able to come out of that depression. And then even being grateful for like his sisters. It's like his little blonde sister, she's a bitch. But oh my God, like he still love her, bro. He still love her, and he don't hold nothing against her because he understands why she act like that. Well,
like she's cool now.
I mean, yes, but when he first came across her, you remember
she was in her feelings.
What's it called? The red haired one was the one that adored him. The blonde haired one hated him, hated his guts. And so I just think that he's appreciative of all of these things, appreciative of his family, his sisters, being there with him. It doesn't matter how mean the one of them is to him. It's like he's appreciative of his wife, his baby. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like being healthy. It's like the
dialogue between his wives be crazy sometimes.
Man,
like, bro, remember the first night she walked in and she was like, "How was it with him last night?" I was like, "What?"
Sylvie and Roxy like each other, bro. Like, not like in a weird way, but I'm saying like they like each other. Like they get along.
They're like friends. Yeah,
they get along. Like this some sister wives shit if I'd ever seen it, bro. Like,
yeah, man, he found a good dynamic though.
Yeah, Aries gonna come. Aries gonna come fuck it all up. I'm telling you. I mean, I already know, but it's like she gonna come fuck up the whole dynamic, bro. It's like it's very balanced, very like calm dynamic right now. Aries gonna come bring the chaos.
Yes,
she gonna bring all the chaos, bro.
She's already aggressive at nature, and everything that she's doing is in preparation for him.
Yeah, to
So
protect
when
him.
you pop up, you be like, I'm here to make you happy. And he's sitting there giggling, showing teeth, smiling all over here. You know how it is, man. Dog, don't let me laugh too loud with my wife in the other room. She gonna come figure out what the fuck is going on.
Nah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to meet up again, man. Because you already know, like Rudy is the trauma he had. He gonna have some. It's gonna take a second to adjust to her coming back. Like she almost ruined his life. Like you know,
he was down bad.
Yeah,
he was down bad.
Yeah, many of us have been there. Many of us have been there. You know, she damn near ruined his life. You know what I'm saying?
They call it
women
impetus.
Will do it.
Man, he was down bad. Impetus. It wasn't impotent or something like that. Like when a guy can't.
He was impotent. Yeah. He was having erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, I know, man. They keep showing me them blue chew pills on my advertisement. But
what's the one thing the other one? Rose Sparks. You gotta get them
Rose Sparks,
bro.
Man. I'm like, yo, why am I getting this commercial? Now I ain't seen that commercial, but my YouTube is out of control.
Honey, it ain't no commercials for honey packs. I'm just saying, like, you gotta get your honey.
Dog, I'll take an AARP commercial over every time I gotta hit skip on these erectile dysfunctions.
Dave, you might need Blue Chew one day, bro.
I know, man, but let me get there. Like, I ain't like these white boys, man. I don't get kicked in the nuts like as a kid. Like I work just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like that be them, man. They do all that ball hitting shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be having issues later. Like we work fine, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. Like, dog, it's out of control. I don't go a day without them showing it.
Hey, you ever watch King of the Hill?
Yes.
You might have a narrow urethra. Yeah. Yeah, you got a narrow urethra.
King of the Hill was a special show, yo.
You know it's coming back too. It's, they have a new episodes on Hulu.
Yeah, I seen Bobby, man, all grown up, yo.
Oh no, I'm talking about like that's the season 2. It's like that. Like what you talking about? Season 1 of the new.
That was season 1. Yeah. I ain't watched season 1.
They coming back. Yeah, they coming back. Man, it's one of my favorite shows growing up, man.
Yeah,
goddamn Simpsons and King of the Hill was for years.
You know, I slowed down on the Simpsons.
Family Guy. That's before Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
When Family Guy came out, it took over.
Yes.
And then American Dad too. American Dad
was another.
Me and my dad would watch it, just all the shit on Sundays. You know, when all the new episodes come out.
Yeah.
Yep. Good times, man.
It is, yo. I miss it.
Yeah, man. Shit. Me and my wife went out last night with my cousins. Man, it's my cousin and her new husband, and we was just talking. We was kind of reminiscing. Yeah, we was reminiscing on old shit. We was reminiscing on old shit. And so we was talking about old restaurants. We was talking about like old restaurants, and I was talking about like, man, like you remember TGI Fridays, like
I do.
Fucking, you remember Salad Bar?
They're not around, are they anymore? Are they?
I don't think they are. I was like, you remember when Pizza Hut, like you could go and sit down and Pizza Hut, and they had like a salad bar and shit. Like, you remember that? You remember niggas had parties in Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? Birthday parties, Pizza Hut. Bro, that was top tier. That was top tier right there, man.
They had a special room off to the side. You could
with an arcade.
Yep.
You remember the arcade? Yep. Yep, man. Yeah.
Man, what happened to all that, yo?
Bro, you already know what happened to all that, man.
That's true.
That shit, you know what I'm saying? You already know, man. It's like, we had it so good, we'll never realize how good we had it.
No, we realized it. It just we'll never be able to share that with our kids like that.
Yeah. I guess it's like we'll never be able to what's the word? Replicate it. It is what it is. It's in the past, and you gotta appreciate for the past and move forward.
Did you want to get into? No, you haven't watched that yet. We said that. We did that. We did that.
Bleach Styles of Your Blood War come back next week. The first episode.
I am about to start Bleach over.
Do it, bro. Do it.
I haven't rewatched Bleach in years. I mean, it's been I've never watched it from beginning to end since it's been out. And I was like, I'm in the mood. So I think I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
But sure, I think that might be, is that it? Is that everything? Cause my One Piece ain't been. I am at that Kuma part though.
Yeah, that shit tough, ain't it? That shit heavy.
Dog, it's
Heavy.
not even just like okay, it's not getting me emotional, but I just feels like it's so much because I'm watching that and I'm doing Game of Thrones at the exact same time. Game of Thrones is so traumatizing. I can't watch more than one episode at a time.
Yeah.
Like by the time I get to it, like this last episode I watched, I felt exhausted. I was exhausted because like she took the kingdom back over, but now she's trying to figure out.
It's slow.
She's trying to figure out like how the hell was y'all running this shit? You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs help. Everybody's going through something, and she don't have a council. She's traumatized.
She's not a good leader. I mean, let's go ahead and call that what it is. Rhaenyra's not a good leader.
She fucking up.
Daemon should have been king. You know, after Viserys from the jump, like that's yes. But you know, I mean, of course, Viserys was operating off of prophecy. You know, the song of fire and ice or whatever. You know, he had that dagger. You remember, but I mean, he knew that Rhaenyra was. It was important. You remember, he tried to like crown her, you know, as king or whatever, queen, before he died. But
yes,
I think that he knew what was gonna like kind of like happen with that whole situation throughout. You know, of course, when we got to Game of Thrones, right? It's like you know the three dragon eggs. You know, that Cyrax had. Remember, she sent them all across, like, over the sea. You know, to keep them safe. Because those like the most recent last dragon egg to ever be like created. So, you know, of course, those dragons ended up becoming Daenerys' dragons. So it's kind of like, you know, I was telling my homeboy, I was like, man, I realized that everybody in you know, Old Valyria could not see the future, but there was that subset of people in Old Valyria that could see the future. Remember that?
Right.
I forgot what they called them, but remember they was like,
is it the Raven, the 3-eyed Raven joint?
No. It was not them. In Old Valyria, there was people who could see the future. They had a gift. I forgot what they called it, but they could see the future. Yeah. They predicted that Old Valyria was basically gonna like be destroyed. And of course, what happened eventually, short after, is a volcano erupted and basically made it inhospitable to live in Valyria. So that's why the Valyrians.
Oh, that's how we got the steel.
That's why the Valyrians traveled to Westeros. And so when they traveled to Westeros, it's like, hey, you know, shit, we about to conquer. And you know, who was gonna stop them? They brought dragons, and dragons, the biggest dragons ever in history. Remember Balerion the Dread? It's like twice the size of Vhagar. You know, and Vhagar already big. Vhagar is the biggest one right now. He's big as hell. You know, so Balerion the Dread is like, you know, it's huge.
So I haven't watched the most recent episode. I haven't watched 4 yet because 5 come out today. But I did watch 3. Yet. Okay, so
my last episode was 3. I was kind of like seeing her, like, you know, you ever heard the story about the sword of Damocles?
No.
You know, it's where they get the saying like heavy is the crown, you know,
heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, or something like that. You know, it's like the sword of Damocles is like basically saying like it's like when you are a king, there's a sword that's above your head that could fall at any moment if you potentially, you know, kind of like renege on your duties as king. And so, you know, the sword of Damocles basically kind of tells a story about a king who, you know, basically did that. Like, right? It's like he became king, you know, he had all this pressure on him, did not do things properly. Sword of Damocles fell on his head and killed him. You know, it's a hype saying, but it's just like, you know,
but she has
now she's responsible for so much. And I don't think she planned that out. I don't think she planned out what she was gonna do once she took the throne. I think she was so focused on taking the throne. I don't think she planned out what she was gonna do.
But dog, some of this shit is so easy to not fuck up.
I mean, bro, it's so many things so many ways you can go with it. I just think that one, she wasn't prepared, and two, I think the Greens intentionally set that shit up to be bad before they dipped out. I think the Greens was like, hey man, look, if we fuck everything up, you remember they took the money. They took all the money. And Rhaenyra was like, where's all the money? Like, where's my gold? They took all the money and hit it. It's like they really set her up for a bad situation. But yeah, man, it's. I'm gonna watch a new episode. I'm gonna watch the episode 4 and 5 today.
Yeah, it's 7. I was thinking about. I was like, damn, maybe I could watch it at work. But you can't watch Game of Thrones at work.
Yeah. No, you gotta pay attention.
I pay attention, man. They be trying to show shit that you was not. It'll be a random scene. Somebody getting banged out just randomly. That has nothing to do with the story.
They like that, man. They like making that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny because we were talking about Mushoku Tensei, and I was like, niggas really out here talk about Daemon Targaryen. He is just like the most amazing person ever. Like the nigga married his niece.
Yeah. Yo, my wife was asking me. She was like, so when what's her name came in, she was like, so that's the. She's like, is that still the friend? The one that married his dad? I was like, yeah, that's her best friend that married his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shit is crazy. Your best friend marries your dad. You kill her dad. Mm-hmm. You end up losing your sons, who were bastards. Which what's his name? Corlys definitely reminded you of. She could have did Corlys a solid. He was like, she was like, well, your son's is a bastard. He's like, your son a bastard. Yo, that's my shit, yo. He was like, man, your son died a bastard, but you won't give me my lineage. You won't let my name ring. You're like, I'm getting old. I'm getting long in the tooth, man, and these days are getting short. And you gonna do me like this?
Yeah.
She could just do. She's like, well, things are complicated. I'm thinking in my mind, no, they're not.
It's not complicated. It wasn't complicated because really all that she needed to do was just say it, and it would have been.
Yes,
it would have been valid.
It's not complicated.
Like it's not like our world where it's like a name change. You got to go through the department of what's it called, the department of health and human resources, some shit.
Yeah,
and then you got to submit paperwork, and the paperwork take 3 weeks to process, and you know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't like that. If she had basically just sat them down and said in front of witnesses. It was you remember when they was having that ceremony? You remember?
Yes,
she's like Adam.
It was enough people.
She's like Adam Hall. She could have said, Adam Valerian, and that would have been it. That would have been it. Would have been legal and valid.
She would have did him a solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything she's doing is just really, gonna be her demise. Like we know how the story ends for her, but yeah, everything you doing, you messing up, man. You messing up bad.
She didn't have a good plan. She knew she wanted to be on the throne. She did not pay attention to how her father ran it. Viserys, for all the bad shit we could say about Viserys, he knew how to run a kingdom.
Yeah, he kept
his problem was that he wasn't a dragon rider, and that he was too lenient about certain things. Like, for example, the whole situation with Daemon is like, you sitting here fussing and feuding with Daemon. It's like Daemon didn't want to be king. Daemon wanted to be king at one point, but then you realize he don't care about being king. No. But he wanted Rhaenyra, and he's like, no, you can't have Rhaenyra either. And it's like, it's just so many things. It's like that, like Viserys, he stood 10 toes down, but like it was ultimately for nothing. But he knew how to run a kingdom, though. He knew how to run a kingdom. The kingdom was not like struggling under him,
No.
So,
yeah, they might have felt like he sometimes made too many concessions at times for certain situations, but as you can see now, like I
think not being a dragon rider benefited him as a ruler because he wasn't focused on the things that dragon riders are focused on.
Yeah.
Dragon Riders are focused on being warriors and conquest, and Viserys was just a peaceful old man that liked to play with his models. You know, he didn't
Yeah.
bother nobody.
So I'm just like, but because like she's turning her back on so many situations, it's like you can't do nobody a solid. Like, I'm trying to work this out. I don't have a council and stuff
She
like
overwhelmed.
that. Yeah, she is. That's why I said that shit was. It was just intense. She was on her cycle and shit. I already know she was not trying to hear someone else's problem. She over here bleeding on the fucking throne. Like, shit was crazy, yo. People talking to you crazy. You just not in the mood, man.
I did see some clips from episode 4.
Yeah.
Where Caraxes and Daemon was in the Vale, and they found Rhaena, and she walked up the cave, head messed up.
I saw that, man.
Head cut all her hair off.
What a letdown, bro.
Bro, that's sad, bro. That's sad. And then, but I was telling y'all in the group chat, I was like, Caraxes. The commentary between Caraxes and Daemon was funny because Caraxes was like making these noises. He was like making like dragon noises.
Yeah.
And Daemon was like, Lakiri, which is calm down, or calm down. And he's talking to him. And Caraxes would not listen. And so Caraxes lands, and then, like Daemon hops off. And then he looks back at Caraxes, and Caraxes is like, hey, all right, yeah, go on up to that cave. Go on up to that cave. He starts like nudging him. And, of course, that's where Sheep Stealer and Rhaena is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like funny because like Caraxes was like talking to Daemon. It's like Sheep Stealer flew out and flew away, and Caraxes was like screaming at Sheep Stealer. And then Daemon, like is like right there, like next to him, and Damon's like, fuck. And then like Caraxes like starts like making that noise again, and then Damon's like, hush. Like they real deal, like, you can tell these dragons and they dragon like, riders how they bonded. Like they really showed about like that episode. Like Daemon got his damn Caraxes trained like a damn dog. He was talking English to it.
Well, listen, man, you see how I ain't gonna lie though, that's why he should have been king. You see how when he went to go get, even though they played him, but he went to go tell them one dude's basically, man, bend the knee, and he had he had the 2 dragon riders with him. But yeah, man, I think the dragons respect his strength over everything.
Think about this, man. If Daemon had been king, I think what the fear was is the same thing as like Aegon. It's like people fear the Mad King, right? And that Targaryen madness is like genetic. It it skipped generations, but it's genetic. I don't know. Of course, because
but Daemon don't seem like he out of his damn mind.
He could have. I think what the fear was that he could have been. He could have went mad. With power. But
I mean,
it is what it is.
He was looking shaky.
Yeah, he did his thing about Rhaenyra though. He stood 10 toes down with Rhaenyra. I appreciate him for that.
Looking at him now, I appreciate him more.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, you have anything else you want to discuss, man?
No, man. Just let me know when you see that X-Men, yo. Because we get. You might as well just wait till Wednesday.
Man, I'm gonna watch it. I got some time to catch up on some stuff.
Yeah,
man.
It's half decent. Yeah. You'll like it.
Yeah. Well, this has been episode 32 of the Anime Unk podcast. Hopefully, we'll be having a full crew next week. But we appreciate everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit the alert bell for the notification. That'll be it.
Hey, I got some strangers in my base.